Hey y'all, it's J-Roms here back at it again with another video. I'm outside currently. I'm walking around. I'm having fun. I'm just bathing in some nature. I'm gonna sit at this bench real quick because I want to tell you guys something. If you guys are not outside, I don't know what you're doing, but go outside, get some fresh air, breathe the new air. You know what I mean? Like, we need to breathe. We need to go outside. We're so cooped up inside that we don't even realize that it's destroying us. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. So, I know how it feels to be depressed. I know how it feels to be anxious. I know how it feels to be every negative energy under the sun. But can I tell you, like, do I really know how it feels to be happy? Do I really know how it feels to be, like, just energetically beaming? Yeah, because it comes and goes, but I don't really know it fully in myself. I feel like I know depression, anxiety, and all these different things way more than I do happiness and joy and just living life to the fullest. And what it means to live life to the fullest is just relaxing. Not even relaxing, because I don't even know how it feels to relax. Like, I feel like I'm a spaz right now. I feel like being content in one's energy. Yeah, that's it. Being content in one's energy. It's so fucking sunny that I can't even open my eyes fully. That's the beauty of it. It's like we're shining bright like a diamond right now. Like, my skin looks better than ever. And it's like breathing the fresh air, seeing people ride by on their bikes and just being one. Like, okay, like, sometimes you feel like you have to go outside because of your friends. Like, if there's nobody outside, you don't want to go outside. Why is that? Because you can't be happy in your own energy. Speaking of energies, like, you can't be happy in your own energy. Now I'm realizing what happiness means, right? Because if you can't even be content in your own energy, what makes you think you're going to be content around other people's energy? You're not going to be. You're going to be miserable in other people's energy because it's not yours. You don't even know your own energy. Right now, the sky is so bright. It's vibrant. It's cold, so I got a little flannel on, but it's nothing much. Feeling the wind go through my hair and fingers and feeling the fresh air and, like, you know, it's very, 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 very different from when I was young, because I didn't appreciate it. I'm not saying I didn't appreciate it. I probably appreciated it a lot when I was young. That's why I was always outside. But I didn't appreciate it from this standpoint. Because when you're young, you just want to go outside and play. But when you're older and you're coming into a life of changing energies, changing vibrations, changing how you perceive yourself, it becomes way different. It becomes like you're more aware. You're more aware of the sun. The grass is a little greener. You're shining a little brighter when you become a little bit more aware of, like, how much you take for granted. Not saying that you take things for granted, but society as a whole, yes, we take things for granted all the time. I don't think we're that grateful for what God gives us, because if we were, we would take care of the planet a little bit better, a lot of it better, We would understand that the world is precious. There's life here, not even just our life, but other species' lives here. And when we become a little selfless, like when we become selfless, we would realize that. But a lot of people in this world is selfish, and we don't see it that way at all. But I'm not saying everybody doesn't. But what I wanted to get at this is if you're not going outside, if you're not meditating, if you're not doing that, that's fine. Because it takes time to get to those steps, right? I'm still working on them. I'm really still working on them. Like, I'm not even there yet. Like, I think I'm there yet, but I'm not there yet. Like, I have a lot of work to do. But the only thing I can say is that when you change your perspective, right, it makes a big difference. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable with yourself, not others. Fuck others. You need to learn how to be vulnerable with yourself. Because if you're not vulnerable with yourself, it comes to a point where you think you're being honest, but you're really not being honest in the sense of your expression. And that's how your energy switches over time, because you're not being vulnerable with yourself enough to say, today I'm not feeling it. Today, like, I really don't want to deal with people. Or today, like, I really need to sit down with myself and really realize, like, there's something off, right? We don't like to sit down with ourselves when we're feeling emotional. We don't like to sit down with ourselves and cry. We don't like to sit with ourselves and just laugh. I'm not saying it's all about self, right? But it starts with you. And I'll get into that. And then once you start to find yourself, right? It's a balance, because you can't just be by yourself to grow. You have to be around others to grow, right? But if you're not around the right people, that's when it becomes a problem, because now their energy is mixing with your energy, and you think that's the type of energy you belong to, but in reality, you might belong to something else, right? And you're not going to give yourself a chance, because they're not going to give you a chance. They want you to be like them, right? They want you to mold into them, because they know you're special. They know you got a light. They know that you're bright. They know that you shine bright like a diamond on mine, right? So when they realize that, a lot of people don't want to see you grow, because they don't know how to grow. So why would somebody want to see you grow if they don't know how to grow? And if you grow faster than them, it's automatically going to turn into envy, jealousy, conceitedness, all this shit, right? And that energy is going to be put on you, right? And you don't even realize it. At first, it's just like, whoa, like, they're my friends, like, they're the group I need to be around, like, they understand me. And as you start to grow, because it's bound that you're going to grow unless you stop yourself from growing, because that's the only way you can stop growing, is if you stop yourself. That's why it starts with you. If you stop yourself from growing, then that's like when you start to merge into their energy. But if you start growing and they're not growing, you're going to see a separation. You're going to see a pull. You're going to see segregation in some sort of way, right? Let's start walking. And that segregation is going to feel like they don't understand you now, or you're just like the black sheep. I've always been the black sheep. I'm still getting to understand that. I've always been the black sheep. I've always known it, but never like recollected it. You know, I never put two and two together, right? Look at two hills, right? This is a hill, and this is a hill, right? I never recollected how there's two parts of me. One that wants to fit in, and one that is purely me. The reason why we all feel like we want to fit in is because society tells us we have to, right? But if we could just literally be ourselves, we would. The sad part is they stop us before we even get to that point. And a lot of people can't get back to themselves because they don't take the time to get back to themselves. They don't take the time to merge with themselves. See, I think that when we stifle ourselves from growth is when things go downhill, right? And when we put ourselves in situations that we don't even really know we're putting ourselves into, because we don't know the energy, right? Energy is crucial, right? Knowing your energy and other people's energy is crucial. And when we don't know that, it becomes a battle within ourselves, because now it's like we're pushing and pulling. It's like, I know I shouldn't be here, but I know I should go. I know I shouldn't be here. I know I should go. But I don't want to go. Just realize that it's understanding of, if this is not serving you, then what are you doing, right? And I'll get to the point of what are you doing, because I'm in a situation right now where life is just lifing, you know, and I'm taking it with a grain of salt, because honestly, I know God's going to change it. You know what I mean? I don't have any control in the sense of my life, because God never gave me life. That's how true it is. You know, God never gave me the control to have authority over my life. That's what I meant to say. That carve messed me up. So God never gave me authority to have control over my life. He wants me to be able to have all the respect come to him and be like, God, take whatever situation is going on, and I'll give you the reins. You know what I mean? I'll give you the reins. And it's like, okay, like, what does that mean? Like, we think we have so much control, right? We have none. The only control we have is how we treat others, how we treat ourselves, and that's it. But the thing that fucks us up is we get so consumed in this world, right? This world specifically. And they make us think that we have so much control to the point where we lose it all, right? And God laughs all the time. He's like, yo, like, honestly, like, this was bound to happen because you need to know, like, in order to actually grow, you need to know that you don't have control over what you think you have control over. And it comes to a point where life goes up and down, you know? Life is a roller coaster of emotion, right? Because we are humans, right? So naturally, right? If we are humans, right, we have emotion. A lot of people don't like to express that emotion, though, and that's where it becomes a problem, because how are you going to be a human and not express the emotion that God gave us? Now you're not living the experience. So a lot of people miss out on a lot of experiences because they don't know how to be vulnerable within themselves, right? And it's a trickling down effect. And when you realize the trickling down effect is when you become aware. And so what I'm trying to say is let go of all the societalistic ways. Let go of it. It does not matter, bro. The world is going to change in such a way that nobody has ever seen, and I feel it coming, and I know a lot of other people feel it coming, and it's sad because a lot of people are not going to give themselves an opportunity or a fighting chance to actually see if they can change. A lot of people are just going to stay in the same repetitive, recycled mindset, right? But they think it's recycled, but it's just really the same thing because I can't even see it. They can't even see it. They don't even know because they don't want to know. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to know what's going on in the world. Yeah, we have the news and everything like that, but the news is fake, right? And then you got people just bullshitting, telling a whole bunch of lies, right? That's a lie because in reality, the truth is going to come out and show itself somehow. That's why, the Diddy cases and all that stuff, it was bound to happen because, you can't put lies on top of lies and expect the truth not to come out. That's just not how it goes. But a lot of people think they got control over things and they forget that the universe is always going to come back. The universe, which is called karma, is always going to come back to showing you that you don't really have a lot of control in what you think you do, and the things that you do are just, they're just false. You know what I mean? They're just really false. I think that when you start to realize how much falsity is in the world, right? It becomes a little scary. But if you start to change your perspective, you'll see, okay, yes, this has been around me the whole time. The world has been good and evil the whole friggin' time. Which one am I going to choose? Because that's free will. Which one am I going to choose? Am I going to choose good or bad, right? And that's where it becomes understanding yourself, sitting down with yourself, meditating, talking, doing whatever you need to do to understand and be more aware. Stop being somebody you're not. Throw away the labels. It takes time. It takes time. That's how true it is. It takes time. But in reality, you have to know that time is what is justified, right? God took, 6 days and 6 nights and all these. He took time to build us. And then he rested on the 7th day. He took time to build us. So naturally, time is what's needed to understand, to grow knowledge. You can't bust your brain and think you're going to know everything. And you can't think you know everything because that's false too. It's a very, very, very complex thing, right? But God made us complex creatures. So naturally, if we are complex creatures, we need to know that we need to stop, reflect, go back. And it's going to be a push and pull effect. But once we get it and once we understand, now is our choice to figure out how we're going to live our life. In my understanding, I just want to help others. I just want to be I am a reflection of you and you are a reflection of me, because at the end of the day, we are the same but different. So it's kind of like a different form. Energy can't be created or destroyed, right? It can only change its form. So I understand, like, I just want to create music. I just want to create things. I just want to create. And that's good for me. And you need to figure out what you and who you are. And that's what journey I'm on right now. I'm on a journey of figuring out who I really am. Who I really am. Like, I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows unless they do these things. Dig down deep, understand, find the truth. Because you don't even need to find the truth. The truth is going to come out. Because we don't, God has control. I think that this sun is so beautiful. Because it's like a hug, yo. Like the best hug you could possibly imagine. It's just like there. Seeing the greenery and the grass and getting full oxygen is a blessing. Like, we don't realize how blessed we truly are to breathe, to eat, to see, to walk, to go to the bathroom, to literally just do anything. Because God could snap his fingers just like that, and it could be 10 times harder for you, or you might not be here at all. Like, think about that. And we take it for granted. I'm not saying you. I'm talking about we as a collective, the people of the world, not even the United States, the world. We take it for granted. Sitting here meditating is crazy to me, because I never thought that this is who I'd be in a couple of years. And I know that if I start to understand myself more and give myself a fair chance and opportunity and choose the right things for myself, I can grow even bigger than this and grow farther than this and grow, like, yeah. Give yourself a fair chance, because the world didn't give you a fair chance, and you think it did, but it didn't. Really reevaluate what you know, because what you know is a lie. Start from scratch. That's all I gotta say. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. That would mean a lot. And let's bathe in this glory. Let's bathe in the sun. Let's bathe in let's just bathe and realize that this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Literally just the beginning. Just the beginning.